Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. Our trams have just left the depot. I set that up as promised at the end of the previous episode, well before recording today's episode to be precise. And I did a little bit of beautification, as well as a couple of more mods have appeared in the save. One, the fences mod, which you can see in front of us. I'm going to add another fence for us. So if you haven't seen how they work, I can show you how to use them. Also, a nice quality of life feature, which we'll take a look at shortly. Today, new station for Sandhurst. It's going to get a bay platform, keep our trains separated, and give them a chance to transfer. We'll probably hold this commuter at the station in the bay platform for about 30 seconds and again at the other end of the line so that transfers are more probable. UI is up. Bradford, how are you doing? Let's see where people are heading because we set this line up. We now have a full connection with our trams. Oh, what are you doing down there before we have a look at the numbers? I mean, they're not going to be too great at the moment. I would like that to happen, I think. Yeah, shall we help them out there? You'll notice they use this as a shortcut, so I made it look like it's trodden down ground and that for some reason they removed the bushes. Can't be avoided. I like this. It's a little slope down as well to the station. So let's have a look at the numbers. 4% already using the Sandhurst line. Let's close that. Bring this down somewhere. Where can we put it? There. I want to see what's going on. Here comes our train that we were riding on at the end of last episode, if you stayed for that. So, 7% heading to Sandhurst, just down there. I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and we're not going to make any changes just yet. 4% heading to, or heading around Bradford. This is Bradford, isn't it? Yes. Heading around Bradford using public transport, which is pretty impressive because we haven't built this line for intra-city use. It's more straight, direct route to the station and to get on our money earners. We've got 20 journeys. I'll say journeys because some of these could be the same person, couldn't they? Going to the shops and working. So yeah, 20... I'll stop saying the number because it's going to change quite a bit as it picks up, but 100% usage. Is there a direct route to Aylsham? I think there is, isn't there? It's not very pleasant because Aylsham's up there. We haven't deleted any of the route. These are all side roads. There was no direct connection. We may make one, but they can go via the Bradford to Lee Road and then Lee up to Aylsham. So there we go, 96 people. 96% of these people are 97, 93. Okay, stop saying that. This is going to change a lot. I wonder if they were going there before. We should have checked. We may have encouraged them to go there via their cars. I don't mind that at all. If we're competing with roads, that's okay. There's only so much capacity we can get on our trains regardless. Only 8% of people want to go to Sandhurst. Now, let's address that, shall we? Well, not address it, but explain why. If we take a look, we made their road lovely, and it's a much more direct route down to Sandhurst via car than it is on our line. Our line currently scoots up that way so that we utilise this bridge. I've gone with a little bit of realism there. I think if you're a rail company, low on your priorities would be to go direct and have to build yet another bridge. If there's already a bridge that you've built, you would connect into it. Gameplay wise, the best way to do this would be pretty much go direct into Sandhurst there. Especially, we could use that station. Still, we could go this way. But I want to leave that with an eye on having Bradford as Mr. Experiment. yeah, we're going to experiment with this. It's up to 12% at the moment. We're not going to change the layout. We're going to leave it as is. There's a few reasons for that. Later on, we're going to get faster trains, and that's going to make our route a little bit quicker. And also, as we can see here, both of these towns are going to expand, possibly that way. And they're going to turn these nice fast roads into slow city roads, as you can see here. This used to be a fast road. So they're going to help us be competitive versus the cars, because it's going to make this journey longer. Yeah, for them, as the roads, have we got one up here as well? Yeah, they're kind of expanding this way as well. So their journey is getting slower. Meanwhile, ours should stay the same, if not faster, when we get new trains. So we'll leave that as an experiment. We're already up to 17%. I don't expect it to be great. We've got the last of the, I think, the 75 mile an hour trains that we can use. We do have faster, don't we? But we don't have faster carriages. Yeah, so this possibly is the last carriage that does 75 miles an hour. So that's something we can improve on and maybe electrify it. Should be a fun experiment, shouldn't it? I like that we've got this many people just using this route to travel around in town. As you can see, I duplicated our bushes there, so a little more symmetrical. And fences mod, before we go and build our station in Sandhurst, I would like to add this lovely brick wall thing along the back here, and then we can somewhat hide, can't we, this terribleness that Transport Fever does in trying to do the terrain itself. So here's all your options: face, left or right. Then you've got height adjustment. We won't go into that, but say you wanted to do something like that and build loads of things like a double wall, you can, with this height adjustment, untick. Otherwise, what will happen is it will adjust to the terrain. Actually, do you know what? I think this is straight. We might utilize this and remove the height adjustment so that we don't bobble around over the road, or over the terrain, I should say. The height steps, I turn that off. It's whether you want it to step down if it's going on a slope or not. It is on a bit of a slope, isn't it? I just noticed. Yeah. Oh, I think it dips down. Ah, that might be because of this road. Yeah, okay, we'll work with that. That should be fine. I'll ignore all the rest of the stuff. You can snap these to tracks and things. But just for now, I want to hide the gubbins that we've got. So we're going to go from here. And we're just going to run this. Oh, no, I've got it on finish. Keep an eye on that. I added this in up here. That's why it's still on finish. And I'm well known for forgetting to turn it off that. So click on line. There we go, because we're going to make a straight line. You can curve it and stuff as well. And we're going to draw our wall along the front of the station here, just to hide the gubbins that's happened. And it will be flat and straight because we've removed adjust height. So we're going to just send that up to there. Then we click finish, and there's our lovely wall. And it hides all the gubbins and adds a bit more to our station area. And I did check, it doesn't seem to take any maintenance to do this. So it's a freebie that you can place in, which is lovely. It shouldn't really cost any money, should it? We could go with something like this as well. Get it something along those lines. Oh, look what I've done. Finished. Didn't do it again. Didn't do it again. You can delete individual blocks, and you can use the erase tool as well. Let's try that again. We're going to send this one down here. Just make it look really nice. And get you in there. Finish. Line grand. Do line. Isn't that pleasant? Kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah, I like that. Right. And we'll do the same over here. Up to there. It's adjusting the height there. Is it? I thought I'd adjust height. I didn't have that selected. You're doing what I don't want you to do. It's fine. Oh, I know what you can do. We can lower it, can't we? Yeah, because the terrain's higher there. There we go. We'll lower it. Keep it relatively straight. or flat, I should say. Right, there we go. We've got it in, guys. I don't know if there's two pillars here or not. I think there is, isn't there? So you could get rid of one. Stop some of the texture mess. Get rid of one there. There we go. And we've got a pretty little fence for our station. I love that. I don't think they come in this way, so that's nice. Let's follow Amber Hall here, see if she comes in. We're up to 20%, by the way. There we go. I've kept this open so you can keep it. Ah, really? There's a shortcut there? Well, let's see. Where is it? Where's that path? I can't see it. There's no path there. Let's get the delete tool. Does it highlight it? Oh, it does. Is that all? Yeah, look. There's loads here. We can't do it. Can't you use that by the side? That's the only downside of that. Yeah, we've got it here as well. We'll leave it for now, otherwise I'll be messing with that. I'll tidy that up, get where the pathing is, because I think we can just end the wall here and it'll be fine, can't we? Just send a little wall down there and down there. I'll do something with it, guys. It's busy, goodness me. A lot of people. 36 heading to Sandhurst, 12 heading to Lee. Transfer, we need to rename that, don't we? I do like this, that's a real shame. Okay, let's take a look at the scores one more time. Destinations, we've got 20% of people heading there. We are going to double up on the train. I don't know where the train is right now. It is coming back. We'll wait until it gets to Sandhurst, I think. And, oh, no, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll pause it there. I saw it pop up to 21% of people. And we'll get our bay platform in because I think we can sort of have it down here. Would be nice. I'm hoping there's enough room. We should be able to use this platform. Extend out this platform. We're going to have to do a bit of deleting and things. And we'll have a through line with our plan being that we're going to continue the current local train that does a wiggle all around our network down up to Prince's Risborough and connect to this track here that's waiting. That's possibly going to tunnel under this bit. I don't see any point in going up and down. Anyway, we're going to need a decent length bay platform here. It'll keep it off the line that we're sharing with trains which will then be heading this way. So we're going to cross traffic and then get over there and head over. One thing we could do is have a bi-directional piece of track for this commuter that never interferes with this main line here. Might be useful later on. I'm not sure because the only two trains currently that are going to be sharing this. Oh, there's three, isn't there? There's the express. The commuter's going to continue off that way. And there'll be this one joining in. Well, you know what? Let's have that as is. So we can see how it affects the network. Right, we're going in here. And we're going to continue out that way. I don't know how long we really need it. How many do we have? It's 4. That is 4. I think 4 will do, wouldn't it? Right, platforms we don't need on that side. We'll do on this side. We'll continue it so that they can wait either side. And this part of the platform on this side is for our bay platform. But because we're not building, and I won't, because we're not building any track here, only this section on this side is for this service heading up that way. So we've got that in. That's a bay platform. Can we add anything to the end, like a tiny building? Yeah, we'll just add 2 of those. So it puts an end to our bay platform here. I like that. Yeah, then we've got a little door here, a little access door. And we could do some fencing work, couldn't we, down this side? But let's get the track set up first. We've got to rework this, haven't we? Because we're going to have a station either side, as we're not going to be terminating here with our mainline services. So first things first, let's make us a little bit of room. and we can get us a connection over to the other side of the track here. Configure this. Hopefully I've left us enough room. Tracks. Oh, no, not quite. Almost. Right, take you back a little more. Is that enough? There we go. It's turned blue. We'll have to delete that back a little bit further anyway. Right, there's our other platform. It's going to be over that side. Platforms. Yep. We'll send you down that way. There we go. So we won't be crossing traffic with this anymore, but we will be leaving the main line and rejoining. We're going to delete these back so we can draw a better line. There we go. Get you all connected back. No catenary. Not yet anyway. That may well change. I think it will. And we'll send you up there. In there. We get to redo this junction. And we'll probably have this run straight or direct into up here rather than what we've got going currently. We're going to delete all this because it's going to be quite a bit different. I'm going to delete it back up to there so we can gradually bring this in. It should make for a nice junction. Get you in up to there. Stays at 75. This is now becoming the through line and the main line. Our other train, or our other line, scoots in up here a little bit further. And how do we want to do this? Do we want them sharing? I think we want this to cross up and into this platform early, don't we? And this one to continue off. So how would we achieve that? If we just continue that off there and we pull this up to there. Oh, I didn't see how fast that was, guys. Should we do that again and keep an eye on what we're doing? Can we get that at 75? There we go. Almost 75, just there. Beautiful. So we're quickly off the main line and pulling into the station. We don't need a signal there or there anymore because we're going to be going that way only. You've not finished your station, Grand. Configure that. We need some more tracks, don't we, down here? There we go. Get those in. Are we going to have anything this side? I don't think so. We do need an underpass, don't we? Get a covering over the underpass. We'll have a smaller platform or covering area just there. And same up here. We might actually... No, we'll leave it like that. I like this. I like this. It's working well. Do we join up here? We do, don't we? We won't need the crossover there any longer. No, we just join in and continue round. It's a bit of a long distance, but I'll take it. I think I'm going to run this now. I'm going to run it up here and get it done. And then we can think about bringing... what is it? I can't remember the name, guys. Romsey. Who said Romsey? We can get Romsey, can't we? Into the picture. Right, so this is bringing in here, meaning we don't technically need to do that, do we? We can just come in like that and then bring this one in after it because it's got to cross over. Or, like I said, we can have the other track happen. It's going to do it afterwards. We're just going to go in further up here. So we will get in the way. I'm hoping this sort of layout is nice. There we go. We step over. We will be travelling this way. It's for the return journey. So we will be holding up traffic when we're crossing back over coming out the station. We want this one way, otherwise it's just going to get really confusing. And we've got to come back in up here as well. I guess preferably after here, so it keeps us off the main line a little longer. Can we do that? Can we go somewhere like that? Oh, it's almost perfect, isn't it? So if we go along here, I don't know what you were doing there. If we go up to that point, can we come in afterwards like that at 75? Then we've got a nice little place for us to wait, haven't we? One-way signal there. We'll need a two-way signal. I guess we'll put it Well, we could put it at the end. Might as well put it a little ways down. Maybe. Where would it be? It'd be more at the end, wouldn't it? Two-way. It just depends how long our trains are. That's a good point. Well, we can move it. It's not like we can't move it, can we? Right. We don't need a signal here any longer. And we'll just have a guarding signal onto the main line up here, which will be one way. It's going to ruin our trains. But we're going to be extending the route today, apparently. That wasn't the plan, but I'm sort of eager to get this finished and spread the load a little bit, see how they handle it. Will they, for instance, catch a train from Henley and take the slower stopping service, or will they remain on our express? It does mean we might need to shrink down our express again. That was kind of a extra carriage service because we were running behind a little bit. We've also got a competing line now to Henley. Everybody from Lee who wanted to go to Henley were travelling this way, getting on board the express and then heading round, which is why we had such an influx of passengers. But now they've got the option to go from Lee, head this way, change trains at Sandhurst, and then head to Henley. So we're going to have to take a look at that, and there's a perfect layer for it. I like what's going on here. I do. But I do want to do this and tidy it up a little bit. It's a little too much, isn't it? Yeah, let's increase that. Increase the size of it. I want to give us some breathing space down the side of the track here. We're not encroaching on our line. I think this is fairly flat, isn't it, out here? As far as I can remember. There we go. Give that all tidied up. We'll smooth it out afterwards, should it need it, which it looks like it needs it. Let's give that a little bit of official episode straight away. We've got a pleasant junction here. I really like that. There we go. We'll smooth over the track and we'll do it again. Get it all nice and lovely away from the track there. I'll go and show you what I've done over towards the line we were working on previously. Part of this line, isn't it? And it looks much nicer, or I think it looks much nicer. You'll have to let me know in the comment. Right, I think we're changing grades here, aren't we? Yeah, we're kind of heading up to go over the river. I'll just tidy that up a little bit, just so we can smooth it. There we go. Get you smoothed off down the side there. And we can just go ahead, get it all blended in nicely. Don't have to do too much as I continue to do it. We're going to have to think about little road bridges and crossings to add to our route as well. It will look marvellous. Right, we want to get the paint tools out, don't we? What do we want? I'm going to go with the gravelly effect for this one. I'm just going to... Ooh, too small. Yeah, that's pleasant. There we go. We'll just paint over there like that. I like that. Just a bit of gravel down here. Get rid of all the grass. I have gone around and done a whole bunch of weeding. This hasn't been weeded, so I'm going to quickly do that. I'll have to double check our signalling once we're finished, but I think we've got all the protecting we need for our junction here and the station. We don't... Oh, no, we don't have any mainline protection. Oh no, we do have mainline protection. We don't have any protection on the main line for the junction. So we'll need to get that in. It's not technically going to be express, this through track. It's going to be freight. So I don't mind our signal being close to the junction up here. Yes, one way. Right, and then we'll need the same up here. Did I delete it up here? No, we're just going to put these side by side then. Up there, one way. There we go. Ooh, look at that. A little bit of weeding to do down here. We do need to come in at some point. I guess whatever's favourable on the speeds. Let's get us our tracks. We'll come off something like that and see what sort of speed we can get. 75, perfect. Let's do it. And we'll get you in there. A little bit of a run up into the station. Bit more weeding to be done. Oh, that's not weeding. It's official episode. Okay, a little bit of official episode to be done. Accidental official episode. There we go. Oh, it does look better though. So yes. That's nice. That's nice. Doesn't have to be perfect. You can see where I was weeding before. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. I'll keep it in there though. It looks the business, doesn't it? Looks, breaks up the track. Breaks up the side of the track anyway, the scenery. Right, let's get you all tidied up. Nicely weeded down there. This is looking mightily impressive now. Right. Do we need a signal here? Technically, no. Do we need this crossover anymore? Not real. Oh, yes you do. No, you don't, because you're continuing round. But would we pull that junction? Possibly not. So we're leaving it in. But I will have another signal just here, I think. Will I? Is it worth it? Well, yes, possibly. Yeah, I mean, we might overlap a little bit with that junction, but it's technically not used. Or the crossover anyway. But this is impressive. I like this. We're heading that way here. Don't need one at the end of that platform. I might put as one here. I might put one in actually. One there. And then one there, even though there's two. Should we choose to add anything else to the line, there might be a couple of trains in there waiting to get back on the main line. What do we reckon? Is that looking nice? I do want to try and find some freight to run through here. Right then. How are we doing on our lines? We need to change our Lee service over to P1. That should work quite nicely if we take a look at the lines there. Lovely. The express is running through currently. Remember that the express is going to eventually change and head off that way, just so we can have a bit of a fancy bridge going across here and have that more direct route and leave our commuters to run this way. We need to fix our commuter because currently we are blocking that, and then we'll take a look at all the lines together. What we need to do is branch off here and head up into Prince's Risborough there. We might be able to stay this side of the road as well. The only thing that will be crossing is this access road, which we can avoid by having them go that way. So let's get rid of the road. It isn't a main connection, so we're just having it possibly as a bit of scenery. What sort of heights do we have? The height difference that we've got to achieve is 42 meters, and then we've got to head down to 34 meters. Not bad. So is this bit of track flat? I hope it is. I want to try and keep the speed up, trying to get a feel of where we're going to go. We're not going to avoid this contour, but we could maybe go through there. We'll see how it goes. We're going to stay flat for the actual junction itself. There we go. We'll keep it in a cutting. Does the junction look pleasant? It does. Get you in like that. We'll run this off. This is technically going to be the actual main line. Oh, I don't like it. I can see it there already. Yeah, it's on a bit of a slope, isn't it? Right, so we need to adjust that and make it look pleasant. It might just mean we've got to head up here from this point. Right, how does that look? Right, yeah, there we go. We've got the ballast showing through there. It doesn't technically go above the rails, but it doesn't look nice either. So if we hold shift, we can just bring this up until we can see the sleepers there. And how's that look? That's pleasant, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, there we go. I think that's matching now, isn't it? It doesn't look as terrible. No. We close that layer. How's it look? It's not bad, is it? Not bad. No, that's acceptable. We've got to make some ground up, haven't we? So we're going to continue our way round. We don't need that much ground making up. I might have overcooked it on the slope here. We possibly need to redraw it. Oh, do you know what we could do? Let's redo that. I'm not happy with it, guys. Let's redo that junction. If we get where we're going to go from this point here and flatten it and have our track on there, it should be a matching slope, shouldn't it? Or near as. Let's see. If we get something like that, does it look terrible? I think I've nailed it, guys. Yeah, there we go. It's got the gentle grade and everything. Does that look like a better junction? I think it does, doesn't it? Oh, it's marvelous, guys. There we go. And do you know why we're here? A little bit of weeding to be done. There we go. I'm not sure whether this piece of track will be used. It might be. It might be utilised by freight. So, yes. In fact, it will be, wouldn't it? We could utilise this when we move the express over that way. Fantastic. Right then, let's get back to connecting this up. We're going to head round there. We don't need to go up like that at all. Oh, if we do continue up at that grade, we do avoid a tunnel. We have a huge cutting thing going on. We can have the road running level. Are we nearly there? I would like this to be a tunnel. Absolutely. It's all tunnels and cuttings because we've got that big lump, haven't we? That we've got to get through. Do I want that underground? Not really. Let's have this maintained at a slope down, but we'll remove the tunnel just from that bit, just so we can see our trains more. Should we want to take rides down here? I don't know what rides we'll be taking, but we'll have our nice tunnel through the hill there, and then I think we're good, guys. I think we're good. That's a pleasant tunnel, and we've got the cutting, and our track comes out. Lovely. Nice rock face there, isn't there? Yeah, we can tidy this bit up. Tidy up the bit where I was planning our build. We'll have that side a little lower and then a bit of a cliff face on that side. That's nice, yes. Take that down a little bit so we can have a little bit of scenery that we can see. Do you know what I'm going to do there, don't you? None of that. Don't like it. None of that. I don't mind the rocks up there, actually. It kind of goes with the face of the hill there. Not really a mountain, is it? It's not high enough. Yeah, that's pleasant. Get rid of some of these rocks, though. We might do some farm fields, I think, on the side of the track in places. Give it a bit more scenery when we've got a bit of time. I'm not sure if you guys are up for a bit of field planting. More official episode. Just along the track side here, where I've not bothered because we were short on money a little bit. No, we weren't. By the time we came up here, we had loads, didn't we? I think so. Right, get that massive. Get you unpotholed. I want our fields to be fairly smoothed off, and we're going to have fields out this way. They are going to be on a slope, but they wouldn't be all up and downy, would they? Wouldn't be bumpy. Alright, guys. I'm going to keep these signals close together, as it gives them a bit of room to move through the junction if they are interacting with each other when they get here. Right, trio of signals. One way, one way, one way. Lovely. There we go. Trio of signals protecting our junction there. That should be everything. We need a crossover up here now, and we're going to be doing the opposite side, so we'll be coming in this way. It looks like the curve is in our favour to make this crossover quite nippy. And yep, there we go, 75. I wouldn't really make them all 75 in real life. You would have them sensible speeds, wouldn't you? Because you don't need trains flying into stations at 75 miles an hour. No, you should be slowing down to what, 30 by the time you get to the platform edge? Probably slower for these small stations. Right, what are you doing? You got distracted with real life trains. There we go. Do we want signals in the tunnel? I think I'd prefer one before the tunnel on that side, and then one before the tunnel on that side. There we go. We don't need them inside the tunnel, do we? Are we good? We don't need any more signalling than that, really. In fact, that's possibly far too much blocking currently, because our trains shouldn't be that close together. It's only when we get things like this section right now does need some blocking, because we have two services sharing this line, so we want to keep them moving. And this section I would like to keep as is. I'm going to put signals at the end of the platform here. Let's extend the line then, shall we? We need it's currently Sandhurst to Twickenham. Yeah, it's going to be Sandhurst to Prince's Risborough, but slow. Right, so Sandhurst, Henley to Sandhurst, back to Henley. So what we actually want is that stop to be the other side on P3. And then we want to continue on to Prince's. There we go, we fixed the line. You can barely see it. It's in grey at the moment, and we've got a grey screen. But then we're coming back to Sandhurst again. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful, isn't it? Isn't that nice to see? We get out the way of our express for a little bit, which, should it be following us, it should give it a chance to go past. And if we put a delay in at Sandhurst, say 30-second delay maximum, we don't need to worry about maximums. Now we've got a delay at Sandhurst, and we should possibly do the same at the end of the line there. Do we have it at Henley? Henley? Do we want to delay at Henley? I don't think we do. Do we want to delay at Twickenham? While it's the last stop, I think we should. There we go. We're having a delay at Sandhurst to move out the way currently of the express, and that way we might be able to get our people transferring over at times. If all the trains are waiting, we should be good. Right, manage line, not vehicles. So at Lee transferred, yes, that's currently our end line. We're going to wait up there, and we're going to wait down here, but we're not going to wait at Bradford. Right, and then at Sandhurst, we're going to do the same, 30-second wait, and encourage some transfer action. There we go. We've got 3 services sharing this piece of track, and then our first commuter branches off and heads towards Lee. Then our express, which is currently running this way and is eventually going to run on its own dedicated route once we've got faster trains, is sharing the line. Then we split off here. They're all obeying our signals. Then we've got another interchange transfer up this end with the 2 commuters coming in separate platforms, turning around, both terminate, and off they go. There we go. Guys, I'm going to hit play. That should have sorted that out. Our train was on the way, wasn't it? We're going to add us another service in, and we're going to take a ride heading out of Sandhurst today once we duplicate this train. We may need to put more trams on here. Let's just have a look. We're at 21% at the moment, so we'll remember that. It is rising. We haven't really given it enough time to grow. 16% now, guys, on intra-city travel. That's nice, isn't it? A bit of extra money. We've got 93% of people heading to Aylsham, which isn't bad, really. It's about as awkward to get to Aylsham on the train as it is via your car, because you've got to travel through Lee. There's no motorways yet. We're going to bring in more competition once we've got faster trains. We're being a bit sneaky there. And yeah, there we go. Our train's heading up. I love these numbers. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to check on. Have we left it long enough? I don't know. Let's take a look. How many people heading to Lee? Not Lee, that is Lee. How many people heading to Henley? We've got 43 shopping, 46 work. They're all using our lines, which is wonderful. That's increasing. These are all going to get busier, and we will expand them and improve the frequencies as well. But where's that layer? Yes, this layer is going to be really useful. But there we go. Look at all the people using our lines. Let's split this. How many people heading to Henley, and which way are they going? Henley. There we go. They're all going via this route to Henley currently. That could be because the train has left and people have finished that bit of the journey. I'm not sure. We've got a new plane. How do you pronounce that? Canadair. Canadair CL44. Is that a chunky, mightily fast, hefty cargo plane? I guess we're upgrading our planes again, guys. Would you like me to do that before we kick off the next episode? That might be an idea, and then we can just take a look at the numbers. And we'll check back up on this destinations layer and see how many people are going to head to Henley. Oh, our train. Brilliant. It's not there yet. We'll jump on board on the way back. I just want to make sure we're not missing it. In fact, should we bring that up? Do you want to have a quick look at the work I did down here? There we go. I just tidied it up a little bit. It's a bit more of a neat cutting, isn't it? As best you're really going to get without adding building blocks, which I'm still tempted to install. I'm not sure if they come with a maintenance charge. The ones I've added are maintenance free, so we'll have to check on that. But that's it. That's the tidying up I did. Most of the work I did, I've done a little bit of separation of the side of the track there, but most of the work I did was weeding. And if you haven't noticed, I said I was going to mention this. This is the other mod. It changes the colour of your cargo icons. Why it isn't in the base game, I don't know. That is lovely, isn't it? Bit of quality of life. It makes them very apparent. You can tell which are freight, which are passenger. Let's go over to our train. We're going to duplicate this as soon as he gets close. Somewhere like that should do. There we go. We've doubled up on our trains. We're going to get on board this one once we get over here. Any people waiting? We might want to give them a bit more cover. But yes, there's your answer there, guys. 56 people waiting to get on our brand new service. And it's making use of the new bay platform. Bit of road building going on there. They're loving it, aren't they, in Sandhurst? There we go. What sort of length are we looking at? Do we have a bit of room? Look at that. We've got a bit of room, guys. I have saved it. There goes the other local service. This is going to be interesting. We are waiting, aren't we? 30 seconds. The local service is going to wait for 30 seconds, meaning it should allow us to get up and over the bridge before the other commuter there. Well, isn't that a good example of how that's going to work? I enjoyed that today, guys. A bit of building, bit of planning, a bit of spaghetti junction. Actually, it's not a spaghetti, is it? It's lovely. It's a really pleasant junction, and it should work quite well. We're out and we're away. I can't see the express, so we're avoiding the express currently. There could be one behind us. They tend to cross at the level crossing over there where our trucks go over, delivering steel to the, is it the plastics factory? Goods factory. But yes, we've got a short signal there, and it's a bit close to that junction. Not that it matters. It will free the commuter early when the express goes through, or when we do. And it's not going to cause any problems. No, that'll be fine. We can talk about that next time out. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one. A little bit of everything today. I'll add those mods to the collection. That's in the description below. And until next time, take care.